Okay, I want to talk about something that I don't hear hardly anybody on the internet talking about. So, therefore, I feel kind of obligated to bring it up to people. But I know for me, I am an artist, a musician, a producer. I am all of the above. That's what I do in my spare time all the time. But I know as I'm sitting here, if you hear it in the background, it's decap music. The guy got a bald head with a beard, and he provides drum kits for MPC users. He has MPC expansions that he makes, and there's other people, Snipe Young, a whole lot of guys. If I sat here and think I could give you their names, but these guys, they put in a lot of time to sit there and create the beats, or create the, not the beats, but to sit there and create the sounds and to put the sound effects on it and to do all of the things that go in with it. Then you have to put it in a wave file. You have to put it in your computer. You have to put it, like, you have to make a stem and all this stuff. It's a lot of time and work that go into this. And if you are someone out there that you buy these expansions, well, no, I have to first start with, if anybody comes across my video, if Decap Music or Snipe Young or somebody in the MPC community would come across my video, stop shorting yourselves. Stop shorting yourselves. And for the people that buy these kits, pay a little more money. These guys put in a lot of time and effort for this. You know, we need to stop shorting ourselves. See, this is the problem with a lot of us. Those of you who make these kits, stop selling it for so little. You guys sell your kits for like $30 for an expansion. An expansion, it's not just a couple kits. It's a lot of kits. It's an expansion. And you charge like $30 for these sounds that you take time to do. It makes no sense at all. And listen, I'm even going to put it out there like this, because this is how I feel. In the music realm, on the internet, on YouTube, you will, if you come here, this is not me being cocky. This is not me being boastful. This is just how I feel about myself and what I know for myself. But you will hear about me in the distant future. If I'm still alive, you will hear about me, because there's going to be a ripple effect through this thing. There's going to be an absolute ripple effect, and I'm going to cause that ripple effect. I'm going to show you when you do the, when you write this out for years and you put it in your mind and you get it in your mind, you start actually thinking that way. And see, this is to the point where I'm at right now. There's no more talking about it. There's no more, even though I'm going to talk in these videos, there's no more just thinking of it in my head and living in fear and not doing it. It's time to do it now, because I only have one life. And you will hear about me in the music realm. And if you're here supporting me, you have to understand, the people that come and go or watch a couple videos and then they might disagree with something and say, oh, well, I don't want nothing to do with this guy anymore. I don't care about those people. I see my views are going down, and you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing that my views are going down, because when my views go down and people are thumbsing up the videos a little more, then I know that the real supporters, I know that the people that are going to stick around through thick and thin, I know that the people that actually are here because they're actually examining their own lives, they're actually being honest with themselves, those are the people that I really want here for myself. I don't care about people that just come and go, or people that, and I'm not talking down upon people. I'm just saying, this is how life is. People are going to come and people are going to go. But look, I don't want to really get into that. That's not why I made this video. But what I'm saying is, when somebody puts time into something like this, and I'm saying this for them, I'm not saying this for me in this video, even though it pertains to me a little bit, because I know how this can throw some people off. It give some people a distasteful taste in their mouth, but you have to look at it in somebody else's shoes. You know, can we put ourselves in somebody else's shoes? Right now, I'm listening to a video of Decap Music right now, and this guy probably puts so much time into this, and more than likely, he's not. I have his drum expansion because I bought a USB stick, or I bought an SD card that had a bunch of expansions on it a while ago. And that's the sounds that I'm using. Now, I haven't used one of his drum kits yet in a video, but I guarantee more than likely he's probably selling his drum kit, or his expansions, not drum kit, an expansion, which has like 15, 20, 25 kits on it, 30 kits, I don't know, maybe less or more. But they're probably going for like $30, $40, $50, maybe $60. Look, y'all are shorting yourselves. You're shorting yourselves. You're taking all that time. You're taking all that time out of your life. You're putting in all that work, all that effort, all that time. You're putting your literal soul into this, and then you're not getting back what you should be getting back. You know what I'm saying? And I would be willing to pay more for something. If I had the money, I would be willing to pay you more. If you raise the price, and when I have it to give, I will pay more. I will give as much as I can, because it's worth it to me. See, is it worth it to you, or is it not worth it to you? See, I'm not worthless while I'm here. I'm worth something. See, if you don't think of yourself that way, then you're going to look at others like they're worthless. That's how you're going to see them if you don't see yourself like that. And I refuse to see myself like that when I'm here. I'm not worthless. I'm worth something while I'm here. In the end, I can't control that. And I don't want to make this a long video. I'm just giving a shout out to Decap Music, Snipe Young, Lifted Noise. Even though I haven't bought any of Lifted Noise stuff, I want to give a shout out to Lifted Noise. Thank you, brother. I have gotten a lot from your videos of you teaching things. But see, I don't emulate other people. I don't copy what other people do. I listen to the little things that I need to know for myself, and I use it. I take it with me, and I learn from it. And it just, there has to be a change. There has to be someone in the music realm that is coming by surprise, is the coming of something new, something different, a ripple effect through the MPC, the music, the whole community. I am going to be that ripple effect. I will be that ripple effect. I have said this years ago in some comments, and some of you might remember me saying this, but I wasn't ready at that time. I was still living in fear. I was letting what others thought about me rule over what I was doing in my life. That's done. Those days are over. And if you're with me and you stick around here, you are going to experience something that you didn't experience before, because that's what I tell myself in my head, you see? I don't care what people think, if I have some kind of complex, or I'm doing it for this reason or that reason. Look, you have to get honest with you, and I have to get honest with me, you see? It doesn't really matter what I think of you or what you think of me, but sometimes we have got to speak up. We have got to really say what's really going on here behind the scenes of things. You see, there's something that somebody wrote in their comment section, something about The devil hides behind the scenes. The devil hides himself. Metaphorically, the devil hides himself away. You see, I forget the exact way that it was, but we need to quit hiding. We need to quit running away from ourselves. We need to confront things and confront people and confront ourselves. Just look at what's going on in the world today. I don't have to tell you this stuff. Just look at what's going on with families and people. And now about the family thing, I have a very different view about families. And I'm going to do a video after this talking about it. I think there should be communes of people. And this is where I see it going. This is my vision for my life. I see it going where people are going to turn into communes of people. It's not going to be families anymore. The family is ending. Now, for those of you who love your family and you're into family and you might even have family tattooed on you for all I know, I'm not against you. I'm just saying, I think it's going to go from family to communes. I think the family, Osho talked about this in his videos with go to Osho, marriage, and children and marriage, I think it is. Go watch that video. You know, the family is done. It's time for communes to come into the picture. It's time for places where people of a like mind can go to work together, can go to plant seed together, can go to do something together. It is that time, right? It might not happen right now. It might not happen right now, but it is that time for this to happen, because I won't live this way anymore. I won't live in fear. I am not thinking about what I want to do and not doing it. It's time for a change. It's time for the seed that I have planted to sprout. And if it doesn't sprout the way that I think it does, that's fine, because it's not going to. My expectations are never going to happen the way that I think it should happen. This is something when you come to terms with and you get absolutely brutally honest with yourself, you're not hiding anymore. You have confronted your own devil, your own demon, your own metaphorical dragon in yourself, you see? And not a lot of people understand this because they're not looking at the man or the woman in the mirror. And listen, this is what I'm going to end it with. This came to my mind while watching a video, and it sparked me to write this in my notebook. The man in the mirror is the most ignored person in the world. The woman in the mirror is the most ignored person in the world. See, you don't even have to look at me. You can listen to me, but you don't even have to look at me. Are you looking back at yourself? That's where it's at. That's where the thing is going to happen if you want it to. That's where everything lies. That's where everything rests, is in you. That's where the universe itself is in you. That's where the metaphorical God, the metaphorical universe, the metaphorical everything you're thinking, all the answers you're looking for, you have to look back at you. That's where you're going to find it. You're not going to find it out here. There are no answers out here. And when I say about answers, there really are no answers. You know, it's hard to describe, but the man in the mirror is the most ignored person in the world. And if we don't come to that understanding, if we don't come to that, then we're going to keep living a certain lifestyle that we're miserable, that we hate, all these kinds of things. You know, we're going to keep doing that all the time. You see, there's some of us, we're negative all the time, and your metaphorical demon keeps keeping you latched to that negativity, and you keep speaking it over and over and over and over. Yes, there's a time to talk about it. There's a time to confront your dragon. There's a time to confront yourself. There's a time to confront others. There's a time to speak up. There's a time to get honest. There's a time for all of these things. But yet it seems like there's this time where everybody just keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and nothing's changing. You see, the paradigm, there's something that in Mendham, INMENDHAM said. He said, if you would go back thousands and thousands of years, the same exact thing would happen in history. It would go the same exact way. You know why? Because there was very few people that were willing to change the outcome of what life was going to be while we were here. I'm willing to change my outcome. I'm willing to do a complete 360, jump behind and land on my neck if I have to, and break my neck and have my neck heal so that I can do whatever again. See, we're not thinking like this. We have to be in a different paradigm of thinking, or we're going to keep doing the same shit all the time. And this, what I'm telling you, I'm telling myself in these videos, you see? And I know the ones that are also doing this are going to be the ones that stick around through thick and thin. They are going to be the ones that are going to be here in the end. These are going to be the people that I resonate with, the people that you resonate with, you see, and all the other ones, will let them go do what they do because you don't have any control over them. That's out of your control. If they want to criticize and do whatever they do, let them do that. But sometimes criticizing is needed. And I thank you for criticizing me. I thank you for getting on my shit. I thank you for actually letting me know what you feel, because maybe that can make you change. Maybe that can make you see things differently. You see? So yet again, before I put this down, the man in the mirror, me, is the most ignored person in the world. How long can we ignore ourselves here? How long can we keep telling ourselves the same things? How long can we keep shorting ourselves and shorting our brothers and sisters, and not supporting the ones we care for, not actually saying you're worth it. You're worth something to me while you're here. Even though you might be talking about stuff that is just, words, what else is there? What else is there? There's words, there's art, there's communication. What else can you do? You see what I'm saying? The man in the mirror is the most ignored person in the world. The woman in the mirror is the most ignored person in the world. I'm going to leave it at that. All the kit makers, I was going to say loop there, but I'm not. The loop thing is a little different. I don't want to get into that and what I think about that, but I think about that differently than what I'm speaking about here. The kit makers, the people that put time into providing sounds, one-shot hits, one-shot, people call it samples. I don't like using the word sample or sampling. I just don't like using the word. I see it as kind of, some of it is plagiarism and some of it isn't. But I don't want to get into what I think about it. I have a whole, I already did a video about sampling and all that, and I know a lot of people do that. But I just want to talk about what I'm talking about in this video. But for all of you who create and make samples, that make one-shots, that make individual sounds, snares, kicks, hi-hats, one-shot orchestral sounds, percussion elements, I want to thank you. I appreciate you. I will do everything that I can do to help support you when I can. And I swear this. I swear this in blood if I have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm that deep with it, you see? And I know that sounds a little whatever, but This is how real I am. This is how honest I am. See, I don't have time for these games anymore in life. I don't have time to play this little thing that people do. Even though we're here playing a game, the life is a game that we're playing. But what I mean is there's got to be somebody to cause a ripple effect here. It just can't keep being the same thing, the same elements, people following popular things, people wanting to imitate and want to be like somebody else, And like I said, I will be that ripple effect. You will hear of me sooner or later if I'm still alive. If metaphorically or literally, if God or the universe or whatever destines, or if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not expecting it, but I'm thinking it. See, you are what you are. This is why I write in every one of when I add a tag, I write, you are what you are. But most people probably won't type that in because most people are not really thinking like that. Like, I am what I think. And your thoughts are just lies. Your thoughts are just thoughts. They're just things that are there. They're imaginary playthings. Like when you think that you have a little friend when you're a kid that's there. It's all just imaginary stuff. The only thing that was real, your memory was a real thing. But even your memories are not real because you're not thinking of it the same way that it really happened. And see, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm a deep thinker. I think deeply. I look into things. And what I'm telling y'all is don't short yourself for putting in a lot of time and effort and creativity into your craft. You see, this isn't for nothing. People that go to a job and work, they want to get paid for it. You go to an 8-hour job and you're there doing something. What if they didn't give you a check? What if they didn't pay you for that thing? What if you did that work and they said, oh, well, no, you're doing it for free. Your time's not valuable. Your time doesn't mean anything to me. Here's a Snickers bar. That'll do you good. It's crazy. It's crazy. And if you got this far in the video, if you're one of my real supporters and you're going to be around here through thick and thin, I'm not forcing anybody. I don't roll like that. But what I mean is, if you appreciate my time and my effort, I have blue links down in the description. If you like the video, thumbs up the video. If you don't like it, thumbs down the video. It's just that simple, But like I said, there's not too many channels that are going to get honest with you like this. And if you're after bullshit, well, then go to those bullshit channels. If you're into real authentic stuff, then come here. Because in the end, the people that resonate with me are going to be here. They're going to stick around. And I appreciate you, but do you appreciate yourself? That's the question. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I got another video that I'm going to do here on another topic. Thank you to the kit makers, the expansion makers, the MPC expansion makers. Thank you to every one of you for what you do. I have made a ton of beats with your sounds. And one day you will hear some of those beats because, like I said, you're going to hear more of me in the future here. So stay tuned, stick around. You don't want to miss out on this, you really don't. So I will talk with y'all. Let's start thinking different about things. That's all I'm telling you to do for yourself. If you want to do it for yourself, is start thinking differently and you will live differently. If you keep thinking the same, you're going to stay the same. If you leave the dirty pond water sit there, it's going to be dirty pond water. If you clean the water, filter the water, put some kind of solution in the water, then it will be clean drinking water that can provide you with something here. So anyway, y'all, I'm out. Thank you. Later.